done to create such a magical merlot in Masseto?
So merlot is I'm quite happy today because with other producers here we have the demonstration that merlot is a beautiful war machine. So you can use for everything. You can use for make simple wines. You can use for make incredible wines because it's very plastic. Merlot maintains the finger of your job and terroir. And I completely agree with Marco, with Umberto, with Luca, with the other, because absolutely you can Merlot can represent for us the capacity to interpret the territory. In the Burgundy there wasn't Merlot until Masseto plantation, because as you know Sassicaia had only Cabernet Franc and Cabernet Sauvignon. So when arrived Ornellaia, we planted Merlot for make Ornellaia, of course. And but when Andrei Chelichev, our first consultant winemaker, individuated the hill of Masseto, he understand immediately that there the Merlot could have more opportunities than be only a partner of Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc. Why? Because in Masseto Hill there is, of course, incredible concentration in clay. So this means that the Masseto central part has until between 35 and 40% of clays, and are not simple clays, because each portion, each soil around Tuscany has something different, and there the clays has inside a part of salinity. So the combination between clays, salinity, because was the accumulation of the swamps. In the place of Masseto Hills 5 million years ago there was a swamp. So as you know, the swamp arrives the erosion from the mountain, and arrives the water from the sea. And so in this combination the clays and Masseto maintain it the little salinity. But salinity and clay are not beautiful for the vine life, because it's not easy, because the salinity increases the concentration of the water and takes some problems to the capacity of the roots to take water. So the third part of Masseto is that this position and the slope of the hill can give to the roots the capacity to have a little more air than in the flat portion. So the combination of these four characters of that vineyard gave us each year the possibility to have a Merlot that don't seem sometimes a Merlot, because seem sometimes more, seem sometimes absolutely than the normal Merlot, because it has a big structure. We wait each year until the mid of September to harvest Merlot from the central part. We harvest before the Merlot from the upper part of the vineyard, and the lower part of the vineyard we wait for each year is changing something. So the combination is that we pick the Merlot from Vigna Masseto in 3, 4, 5 times, and it is only a single vineyard of 7 hectares, so this means 21, 22 acres. But inside that vineyard we have a lot of combination, and each year we try to choose the right combination between these areas. And this is our finger, of course. So the first finger was the terroir, and the second finger is the our finger. So from the beginning, Masseto want to be the interpretation of a beautiful climate, beautiful area, beautiful vineyard, and the desert is inside your glass. So Ned, this is your job now.
And that was a wonderful description of soil structure. Well, obviously soil structure, particularly at Masseto itself, but if we think about the definition, if there is one, of terroir, this mystical notion that a particular hallowed place or toif if you will, can bestow us with wonderful wine. And often people talk about the sort of confluence, if you will, of soil structure, of climate, and an aspect, i.e. Which direction our vineyard is facing. And people talk about this natural confluence, and then, of course, the vineyard and the place making the wine without the intervention of man. And of course, as much as that is a wonderful, romantic concept, without man involved to maximize the potential of the terroir, we don't have wines as beautiful as the Masseto, or any of the wines we've seen today. So that was often a question in the Master of Wine exam, terroir, myth or reality, and it's, of course, a fascinating topic over breakfast or over dinner. But without man's involvement, then no matter how wonderful our soil structure that was so wonderfully described now, our climate and the aspect of our vineyard site is, then without man being involved, we're not going to have particularly attractive wine. And here, clearly, we have an impeccable wine in terms of the way the tannins are being managed. Another geeky term for you, tannin management. And this wine, for me, exemplifies almost perfect tannin management. I mean, the wine is so luxe, it's so impeccably glossy, pristine fruit, and then behind it, wonderfully fine, beautifully coaxed tannins, but they're impeccably finely grained and ripe, and then this bright acidity flashing on the back palate that's driving that wine to a really long finish. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I think Tuscan Merlot deserves real raps. It's not just another international grape variety here. It performs very, very well on soil structures like at Masseto, and among certainly the other wines that we've seen, from pristine fruit, savory, moorish qualities that are far more perhaps about Tuscany than Merlot itself, to the more robust, cool, suave wine of Lambertos, and then to this impeccably salubrious textural experience in Masseto. And I think it's been a great insight into Tuscan Merlot over the course of these 5 wines and 5 producers' explanations of their philosophy and their place. And